Okay, all right. Good morning. Welcome to NEET World. So, as a part of basic maths class, yesterday we concluded with actually differentiation and we started with trigonometry. So, let us continue with basics of trigonometry. Trigonometry almost we will try to cover it today. If not, we will need one more day. Okay. So, let us start with that. What is sine, cos, all these things you would have studied in your matriculation, that is in your 10th standard itself. So, I will not go into that. So, in the yesterday's class, what did we discuss? In the day before yesterday's class, that is trigonometric ratios of negative angles, and also we discussed odd and even functions, right. So, let us repeat that: trigonometric ratios of negative angles, if you take sine of minus theta, you will get minus sine theta, but cos of minus theta, you will get what? Plus cos theta. Tan of minus theta, you would get minus tan theta. Cot of minus theta, you would get minus cot theta. Cosecant of minus theta, you will get minus cosecant theta. Secant of minus theta, you will get what? Plus secant theta. Okay, these two there is a difference. Okay, minus will become plus only. So that's why we call them as what? What, odd function or even function? Even functions. I told you even function means what? Even function means I told you that they are f of minus x will be equal to what? F of x. If f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, we call them as what? Odd function. We call them as what? Odd function. These are the things we learnt in the first class when we spoke about basics of trigonometry. Now let us learn about ASTC rule. Okay, let us learn about ASTC rule, very important for you. Okay. Let me just check if I am audible once. We call them as what? Odd function. These are the things we learnt in the first class when we spoke about. Okay, fine. Next is the ASTC rule, very important. So this is the Cartesian plane, that is we are having x axis and also y axis. Okay, x axis and also y axis, and this is what? Origin. This is origin. Okay, this is origin. Now if you start from here, we will always go anti-clockwise. We will always go anti-clockwise. Angle in anti-clockwise, you will take it. So this will be what? This will be 0 degree. This will be 0 degree. What will this be? 90 degree. 90 degree in quadrants, you will also write it as what? Pi by 2. And this will be what? 180 degree in quadrants, not quadrants. What is it? Pi. Okay. You write it as what? This is not in quadrants, in ratio. In what is it? Radians. Radians you will write it as pi by 2. This you will write it as what? Pi. And this is what? 270 degree. You will write it as 3 pi by 2. Okay. And this finally when you complete, this will be 360 degree. You will write it as what? 2 pi. Okay. So here only you will get the relation between degree and radians. 360 degree is equal to 2 pi, or also you can write it as what? 180 degree is equal to pi. This is the relation between degree and radians. Suppose any question they were given in degree, but in the options you are having in radians, means how to convert? You take 180 degree is equal to pi. Then given angle, if it is in degree, take it is equal to x. Do the cross multiplication. You will get the value in radians. You will get the value in radians. Suppose they are given something like this: 180 degree is equal to pi, I will take it. If they want you to find the value of 100 degree in terms of radians, if they ask you what to do, just cross multiplication. I will get what? 100 into pi divided by what? 180 degree. Okay, 180 degree. 0 0 cancel. This is 2 5s are 2 9s are. So the answer will be what? 5 pi by 9. I am just telling you how to convert degree to radians. Suppose they are given radians, you want it in degree. Wherever pi is there, what you put? Put the value of 180 degree. You will easily get the answer. Ardhamaitunda? Wherever pi is there, what you should do? Put the value of 180 degree. That's it. Okay, fine. Next thing. So see here, let us come back to ASTC, these quadrants. So this we call it as what? 0 to 90 degree, we call it as first quadrant. This is second quadrant. This is third, and this is fourth. And this is fourth. And if you look at this, in the first quadrant, both x and y are positive. x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0, both x and y are positive. Here what is happening, y is positive but x is negative. See here, x is negative, x is less than 0, y is greater than 0. What about this one? Both x and y are negative, third quadrant. Both x and y are negative, third quadrant. But fourth quadrant what happens? X is positive whereas y is negative. Clear? This is the thing. Next we write it as what? ASTC. ASTC. What do you mean by this? Okay, ASTC. We know that the trigonometric ratios, what are the ratios that we have? Sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, secant and cosecant. There are 6 trigonometric ratios. A stands for all. In the first quadrant, all the trigonometric ratios are positive. First quadrant means what? 0 to 90 degree. That is 0 to 90 degree means what? If theta value is given as anything between 0 to 90 degree including 0 and 90, the value will be what? Positive. All the values will be positive. That is sin 0, sin 30, cos 0, cos 30, tan 0, anything. All those values will be positive. From 0 to 90 degree, they will definitely be positive because it is in the first quadrant. It is in the first quadrant. So all the trigonometric ratios will be positive in the first quadrant. But next when you come to second quadrant, what does this S stand for? It stands for sin theta. If sin theta is positive, you should assume or you should be clear that it's reciprocal. Reciprocal is what? Reciprocal of sin is cosecant theta. Reciprocal of sin theta is what? Cosecant theta. That will also be positive. That will also be positive. But we just mentioned sin. If sin theta is positive, its reciprocal cosecant theta will also be positive. In second quadrant, only sin theta is positive and its reciprocal. In second quadrant, only sin theta is positive, we say. Obviously, its reciprocal will also be positive. But what about other angles, that is other trigonometric ratios, cos, tan, cot, secant, they will be negative in the second quadrant. Only sin theta will be positive. Okay. Next come to third quadrant. Third quadrant, T stands for tan theta. Tan theta is positive. Obviously, its reciprocal is what? Cot theta. That will also be positive. That will also be positive. Tan theta and its reciprocal cot theta will also be positive. But whereas other trigonometric ratios, that is sin, cos, cosecant, secant will be negative, would be negative in the third quadrant. Now let us come to fourth quadrant. See, second quadrant means what? It is 90 to 180 degree, that is pi by 2 to pi. Third quadrant means you should remember the angle, that is 180 degree to what is it? 270 degree. Third quadrant is what? 180 degree to 270 degree. Both are included. Okay, 180 also, 270 also. 180 to 270 is what? What is it? Third quadrant. Okay, in third quadrant what is positive? Tan and cot. Next come to fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant, it is from 270 to 360 degrees or 2 pi by 2 to, this should be what? 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi, it would be positive. Okay, what is positive in the fourth quadrant? Cos is positive. You see here, C stands for not cosecant, it stands for cos. Okay, it stands for cos. Okay, cos is positive means obviously its reciprocal secant would also be positive. So here cos is positive and its reciprocal secant is also positive. So this one you have to remember. Then how to remember this ASTC? Add sugar to coffee. You can remember like this. Add sugar to coffee. This is the mnemonic you can remember. Okay, add sugar to coffee. Okay, or if you want to add salt to coffee, that is up to you. No problem. Okay, whatever you want, you write it. Okay, add sugar to coffee, you remember. So this is the, you should go anti-clockwise, please remember. Okay, you should go anti-clockwise. Make a note of it. This is important. You have to make a note of it. This will be useful for you in many questions in physics. Make a note of it. Srinanda, what about cos? Cos is positive in fourth quadrant. If I ask you where cos is positive, what you will say? But it is also positive in first quadrant. Okay, if I ask you wherever cos is positive, it is what? Cos is positive in fourth quadrant and mainly in also in first quadrant. If I ask sin is positive means you will check in first quadrant also, second quadrant. Tan is positive means first quadrant, third quadrant. Understood, Srinanda? Please make a note of it first. Done? Okay. Next what we will study is trigonometric ratios of some particular angles. Some particular angle means, okay, obviously till class 10th you would have studied up till 90 degree, 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. Here you have to study something extra, that is 180 degree also. Okay, so see here, trigonometric ratios of some particular angles. Okay, so let us learn only for sine, cos, tan. Remember, others are just reciprocal. Sine, cos, tan. 0 degree or 0 degree or 0 radians, whatever it is. 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. Okay, 30 degree is also called as, see, in terms of radians you will write it as pi by 6. This will be pi by 4. This will be pi by 3. This will be pi by 2. See how it is reducing? Pi by 6. This is becoming pi by 4. This is pi by 3. This is pi by 2. Okay, 30 degree means 3 won't come. It will become pi by 6. 60 degree means it won't come 6 here. Pi by 3. It is ulta. 30 and 60 are ulta. See, 30 degree means pi by 6. 60 degree means pi by 3. 45 is pi by 4. Double of this is 90, right? So it will become pi by 2. Okay, 2 into pi by 4 is what? You will get pi by 2. 2 1 is 2 4 is what is it? 2 2 is 4. It will get, you will get pi by 2 as the answer. Okay, now let us look at the values. 0 is 0, sin 0 is 0. 30 is what? Sin 30 is 1 by 2 or pi by 6 is 1 by 2. This is 1 by root 2. Okay, what about this one? Root 3 by 2. And this will be 1. And this you write it in a reverse order for cos. Correct? No, these of you learnt 1 root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by 2 and this should be 0. Now take the, what is it? Because tan theta is nothing but what? Sin by cos. Sin theta by cos theta. So you will write it as what? That's the quotient, or what you will write it as? A fraction. Numerator is this, denominator is this. So 0 by 1 is what? 0 only. Okay, this what will happen? 2 will cancel, we will get what? 1 by root 3. Here 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 cancels, you will get 1. Tan 45 important, 1. Okay, tan 60, it is what? Root 3. And what about this one? Not defined. 1 by 0 is not defined. Okay, till here it is fine, you already know it. But next thing what we will study is very important. It is 180 degree, 360 degree onwards. Okay, 180 degree we call it as what? Pi. 360 degree we call it as what? 2 pi. Okay, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, like that it goes on. Okay, so sine of 180 degree, it will be what? 0. Sine of 180 degree is what? 0. So sine of 180 degree is 0. What is sine of 360 degree? That is also 0. Why? Because see, 180 degree means what? Pi. 360 degree means what? It is 2 pi. So if I write here sine of n pi, sine of n pi, okay, will be equal to 0. Okay, where n belongs to any natural number, also I can write it as what? Whole number also. When n is 0, it will become sine 0. Sine 0 is also 0. When n is 1, it will become sine pi. Sine pi is 0. When n is 2, it will become sine 2 pi. That is also 0. Sine 3 pi. That is also 0. Sine of any pi is 0. No need to think too much about it. Whenever you see sine pi, any pi, 2 pi, 5 pi, 10 pi, 100 pi, 2000 pi, anything, the answer will be 0 only. Please keep this in mind. Sine of any pi, you can write sine of any pi will be equal to what? 0. Sine of any pi will be equal to what? 0. Okay, sine of any pi will be equal to what? 0. Similarly, for tan also it follows the same rule, because tan is what? Sine by cos. If numerator is 0, entire thing will become 0. Correct na? So tan 180 is also 0, tan 360 is also 0. Next one, if you add 180 to this, what you will get? 54, 540. Tan 540, that is 3 pi, that is also 0. Okay, tan 720, that is also 0. Okay, like this you will keep on getting. Okay, so the answer will be what? Tan of any pi, tan of any pi is equal to 0, or tan of n pi, tan of n pi will be equal to what? 0, where n belongs to natural number, or also you can write it as whole number. See, tan 0 is also 0. Okay, tan 1 pi is also 0, tan 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 100 pi, 1000 pi, 2000 pi, any 1000 pi. or any crore pi, whatever it is 0. Okay, tan of any pi is 0, sin of any pi is 0. Please keep this in your mind. Okay, got it. Next, cos is very important. This చెప్పాను కదా కాస్ కొంచెం తేడాగా ఉంటుందని, అలానే ఉంటుంది ఇప్పుడు కూడా. ఓకే, కాస్ 180 degree, cos 180 degree is -1, 360 degree is what, +1. Okay, here it will be, what is it, -1, this will be +1. ఎందుకంటే cos of n pi, if I write it, okay, this will be equal to, two values will get, it will be equal to -1 when n is odd, it will be +1 when n is even, when n is what, even, when n is what, even. So when n is odd means what it will be, pi, 3 pi, okay, 5 pi, like that. When n is even means what it is, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi. So see, 360 degree is 2 pi, so I should write what here, +1. Okay, understood all of you? This one please keep this in mind, because on 180 degree you will get the questions in physics, so you should know this. Okay, make a note of it. At least 180 degree, 360 degree, make a note of it, and this whatever I have written here, that is important for you to revise. Okay, make a note of it. రాసుకున్నారా అందరూ? ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ థింగ్. Now there are various formulas like sine, don't write down, just listen. Sine of 90 minus theta, sine of 90 plus theta. Okay, I am writing only for sine. Sine of 180 minus theta, sine of 180 plus theta, sine of 270 minus theta, sine of 270 plus theta, sine of 360 minus theta, sine of 360 plus theta. Various formulas are there. Did you learn these formulas in short term? I am asking you, those who attended short term class, were these formulas given to you or not? Did you learn? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So these are the various formulas which you have to know. I am writing only for sine, so you have to know for cos also, tan also, cot also, what is it, cosecant also, secant also. So many formulas will come, but I don't want you to by heart the formulas. Without by hearting the formulas, still we can solve the question, still we can get the values. How? I will tell you now. These formulas, no need to remember these formulas. Without learning these formulas, you will be able to solve the questions. How? For that we have certain tricks. Okay, so how to find trigonometric ratios of any angle? Trigonometric ratios of any angle, how to find trigonometric ratios of any angle without using the formula, how to find? For that, first thing is, okay, first thing is, if theta, what is sin theta, cos theta, if it is given, if theta is odd multiple of pi by 2, odd multiple of pi by 2, odd multiple of pi by 2, okay, odd multiple of pi by 2, I'll tell you what it is. Okay, odd multiple of pi by 2 means, see, odd means what, 1, 3, 5, 7, like that. Odd multiple means 1 into pi by 2 is what, pi by 2 only. Next we are having what, odd means 3 pi by 2, 3 into pi by 2, 5 into pi by 2, 7 into pi by 2, like that if you are having. So that is what, 1 into pi by 2 is what, pi by 2 only. 3 into pi by 2 is what, 3 pi by 2. Okay, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, like this if you are writing. Okay, like this if you are writing, what will happen, whenever sine is there, it will become cos. Okay, sine pi by 2 plus something, sine will become cos. Sine 2 pi, not 2 pi by 2, sine 3 pi by 2 plus something, sine 5 pi by 2 plus or minus something, what will become, sine will change to cos, and cos will, if it is cos, cos will change to sine. So that's why I'll write double arrow. Same thing goes for tan. Tan will change to what? Tan will change to cot, and cot will change to tan. Okay, tan will change to cot and cot will change to tan. That's why double arrow. Now what happens for cosecant? Cosecant will become secant and secant will become cosecant. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఇప్పుడు if you are having in the angles, if it is a multiple of pi by 2, which multiple? Odd multiple, only odd multiple. Then what will happen? Sin will become cos and cos will become sin. If it is cos in the function, you will get cos, you will get answer what you will get in terms of sin. If it is sin, you will get it in terms of cos. Tan in terms of cot, cot in terms of tan, secant in terms of cosecant, cosecant in terms of secant. I will give you examples, you will understand then. Okay, this is when it is odd multiple of pi by 2. Now you may be thinking what happens when it is even multiple of pi by 2. That time, see here, we are having theta is even multiple of pi by 2. Even multiple of pi by 2. Okay, even multiple of pi by 2 means what? We are having 2 pi by 2, 4 pi by 2, 6 pi by 2, like this it goes on. So see here, 2 pi by 2 means what? 2 cancels, I will get what? Pi. I will get what? Pi. Correct, no? 2 ones are 2 2s are, I will get what? 2 pi. I will get what here? 3 pi. So if I have sin pi plus something, sin pi minus something, sin 2 pi plus something, sin 2 pi minus something, sin 3 pi plus something or minus something. So what will happen? The trigonometric ratio will remain the same. Sin will remain sin, cos will remain cos, okay, and tan will remain tan. Same thing goes for other trigonometric ratios. Cot will remain cot, secant will remain secant, cosecant will remain cosecant. So I can write what? It will remain same. It will remain same. Here it will become its complementary. Sin's complementary is cos, cos complementary is sin, tan complementary will become cot, okay, cosecant complementary secant you will get. But here it will remain same. Here it will remain same. But I told you about the quadrant also, correct na? That time, okay, how to decide which what is the sign? Whether it is the value which, suppose I am getting the value as 1 by 2. I am getting the value as 1 by 2. This you applied, I got the value as 1 by 2. So you may be thinking whether it is plus 1 by 2 or minus 1 by 2. If it is first quadrant, it is plus 1 by 2, we know that. But if it is in different quadrant, how to decide it is plus or minus. That time, for sin, what you have to do is, sin here means I am talking about plus or minus, not sin theta. So for sin, what you should do? Check the original angle. Check the original angle. What is this original angle? I will tell you. Check the original angle and corresponding quadrant and corresponding quadrant and corresponding quadrant and corresponding quadrant as per ASTC rule. As per ASTC rule. Okay, what does this mean? All this will make sense. Don't write it now. Okay, once I give some examples, let us take some examples now. Okay, so let us take some examples. Suppose I want to find okay, cos 225 degree. Cos 225 degree. I want to find cos 225 degree. Okay, I don't know the exact value as of now. I don't know. 225 degree. First of all, tell me, do you look at the original angle? Look at the original angle means you have to look at this 225 degree. Original angle. Look at the original angle for sin. First we will decide the sin. Okay, 225 degrees in which quadrant? That is in which quadrant? Third quadrant. What you told is correct. That is in third quadrant. Third quadrant lo ఏది పాజిటివ్ ఉంటది? అది కాదమ్మా నేను చెప్తున్నదంటే ట్రిగ్నోమెట్రిక్ రేషియోస్లో ఏది పాజిటివ్ ఉంటుంది థర్డ్ క్వాడ్రంట్లో? టానా, కాటా, సైనా. టాన్ ఈజ్ పాజిటివ్ కదా, సో దానివల్ల కాస్ నెగిటివ్ అవుతుంది. కాస్ విల్ బి నెగిటివ్ ఇన్ థర్డ్ క్వాడ్రంట్. సో మన ఆన్సర్లో ఏం రావాలి? మైనస్ రావాలి. బట్ వీఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ కాస్ నాట్ టాన్, సో మన ఆన్సర్లో ఏమొస్తుంది? మైనస్ వస్తుంది. డెఫినెట్గా మైనస్ ఉంటుంది. సో వీ గాట్ ద సైన్ ఆల్రెడీ. నౌ 225 degree, I can use 90 degree also, I can use 180 degree also, not 90 degree, or I can use multiple of 90 degree, that is 270 degree also I can use. So 225 degree, how I can write it? I can write it as cos 180 plus 45 degree. Correct no? Cos 180 plus 45 degree. Okay, ఇప్పుడు చూడండి 180 degree. 180 degree means what? It is pi. 180 degree means it is pi, or I can write it as what? Pi by 2 into 2. So 180 degree means it is even multiple of pi by 2 or odd multiple. నా క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే 180 degree ఎలా వస్తుంది మనకి? Is it even multiple of pi by 2 or odd multiple of pi by 2? For pi by 2 if you multiply, what you will get pi? For pi by 2 if you multiply 2, you will get pi. Correct na? 2 cancels, you will get pi. So pi by 2 into 2 you will get as pi. So 180 degree is always what? Even multiple. 180 degree is always what? Even multiple. Otherwise look at this number, 180 degree is always what? Even multiple. Okay. So even multiple. So even multiple means cos will remain cos only. Even multiple means cos will remain cos only. I should write what here? Cos 45 degree. But minus will be there because minus is here. I will write minus here. Otherwise no need to write minus here. Write it in the final answer. So what we will have? Cos 45 degree. Cos 45 is what? Now we know the value. 1 by root 2 kada? 1 by root 2 is the answer. Minus 1 by root 2 is the answer. There is one more way to solve this question. Same question. So instead of 180, I can write it as what? 270 minus 45 degree. 270 minus 45 degree. 270 is what? It is even multiple or odd multiple of pi by 2? Odd multiple. Okay, odd multiple. Don't think too much whether it is even or odd. Don't think too much. Forget about this 0. 18 is there. 18 is even or odd? Even. So it is even multiple. 27 is even or odd? Odd. So it is odd multiple. Odd multiple means cos will become sin. Odd multiple means cos will become sin. So this will become sin 45 degree. Sin 45 degree. Sin 45 degree, what is the value? 1 by root 2. But minus sign will always be there because original angle is what? 225 degree. 225 degree in third quadrant, cos is negative. I will get minus 1 by root 2 as the answer. Ardhamainda how to do this? Clear? So let us take one more question or some more examples. Suppose we are having sin 150 degree. Sin 150 degree. First, ఇది చెప్పండి ఏ క్వాడ్రంట్లో ఉంది 150 డిగ్రీ? సెకండ్ క్వాడ్రంట్, ఫస్ట్ క్వాడ్రంట్, థర్డ్ క్వాడ్రంట్, ఫోర్త్ క్వాడ్రంట్? సెకండ్ క్వాడ్రంట్. సెకండ్ క్వాడ్రంట్లో మన సైన్ పాజిటివే. సో అవర్ ఆన్సర్ విల్ బి డెఫినెట్లీ బి పాజిటివ్. అవర్ ఆన్సర్ విల్ బి పాజిటివ్ ఓన్లీ. ఇప్పుడు సైన్ 150లో ఎలా రాసుకోవచ్చు? సైన్ 90 ప్లస్ 60. మీరే చెప్పారు 90. 9 ఈస్ వాట్? ఆడ్ నెంబర్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆడ్ మల్టిపుల్ ఆఫ్ pi by 2 కదా. 90 is 90 only pi by 2. Pi by 2 means 1 into pi by 2. Odd multiple. 1 is odd. So sin will become what? Cos. So we'll have what? Cos 60. So what is the value of cos 60? Cos 60 is 1 by 2. Okay, cos 60 is 1 by 2. I'll get the answer as 1 by 2. Okay, like this we can do. Otherwise, inko method ela ante sin 150 can be written as what? 180 minus 30 degree. 180 minus 30 degree. Kada? So 180, 18 is what? Odd or even? Even. So even means sin will become sin only. So I'll get what? Sin 30. So sin 30, what is the value? 1 by 2. That's it. Clear, no? Like this you can easily find out the values without knowing the formulas. Just the trick what I wrote in the previous slide, that is enough. That is totally enough for you to solve these questions. Okay. Now let us take up some more questions. I want you to find out sin 330 degree. Try by yourself, all of you. Sin 330 degree. Sin 330 degree. Find out all of you by yourself. Are you understanding what I am telling? అర్థమవుతుందా? Sin 330 degree. Don't have to buy out the formulas. Let me see. That is correct. వచ్చిందమ్మా? వచ్చిందా? వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? అంకిత, తోషిత చేస్తున్నారా? చేయండి. Okay, sin 330 degree. 330 degree is in which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant, what is positive? Cos and its reciprocal secant is positive. But we are having sin. So దానివల్ల మన ఆన్సర్ ఏమవుతుంది? నెగటివ్. డెఫినెట్లీ నెగటివ్ ఉంటుంది. సో 330 I can write it as what? 2 ways I can write it. I can write it as what? 360 minus 30. Okay, 360 is what? 36 is what? Even or odd? even. So sine will become sine only. So sine will become sine only, sine 30. Sine 30 value is what? 1 by 2. I'll write 1 by 2. So you'll get minus 1 by 2. This is one way. Otherwise, you can also write it as what? Sine 270 plus 60. 27 is what? Odd. So sine will become cos. So cos 60. So cos 60 is what? 1 by 2. Same answer you will get. Clear? Same answer you would be getting. Got it everyone? Understood? Okay. Next question. Find the value of cos minus 150 degree. Cos minus 150 degree. Minus ఉంది లోపల ఏం చేయాలి ఫస్ట్ cos of minus theta is what? Cos theta. So question will become what? Cos 150 degree it will become. Then you solve the question. So see here, first we are having what? It is in the form of cos of minus theta. Cos of minus theta means what? It will become, listen, cos of minus theta means it is nothing but cos theta. So you will get cos theta. So this I can write it as what? Cos of minus 150, I can write it as cos 150 degree. Now this is the original angle 150 degree. 150 degree is in which quadrant? Second quadrant. In second quadrant lo em positive untadi, em negative untadi, sin positive untadi, cos is negative. So our answer will be negative. Okay, because we are having cos here, our answer will be negative. So what I can write? Cos 150 I can write it as what? Cos 180 minus 30, or I can also write it as cos 90 plus 60, whatever it is. 18 is what? Even. So cos will remain cos only. We will have cos 30 degree. Cos 30 degree is what? Root 3 by 2. Minus is already there. So our answer will be minus root 3 by 2. Clear? Understood everyone? Minus root 3 by 2, you will get the answer. Simple. Understood? Like this you can derive the value for any of the angles that is given in any of the quadrant without knowing any formulas. Okay, this is the trick you have to remember. Now you can make a note of the trick, that is very important to know, otherwise you will forget. Add this trick. First 1, 2, 3 points, please write down carefully. written. రాసుకున్నారు రెడీ. You do it by yourself later. I'll give one question. Sin 225 plus cos 330. Do it by yourself later, not now. Take up the question, do it by yourself later. Sin 225 plus cos 330. Okay, written this one, all of you? Okay, next. So there is something called double angle formulas. Okay, double angle formulas. Till class 10 you would have studied something like sin theta, sin A, sin B, like that. But here you will be studying sin 2A, sin 2 theta, like that. Okay, so what is this sin 2 theta? You have to know. What is this cos 2 theta? You have to know. You have to know what is this tan 2 theta. Sin 2 theta basically means you have to write 2 outside here, 2 will come outside here. So you will write sin theta as it is. You will write along with the sin, you will write cos theta. Okay, along with sin you will write what? Cos theta. So 2 sin theta cos theta you will write it. Sin 2 theta is nothing but what? 2 sin theta cos theta. This is one thing. Okay, so this you have to remember, very important. Next, if you are having cos 2 theta, cos 2 theta means its formula, double angle formula is cos square theta minus sin square theta. Cos square theta minus sin square theta. Okay, cos square theta minus sin square theta. This I can further modify. Sin square theta I can write it as what? 1 minus cos square theta, correct now, because of the identity. So because of that, what I can do, cos square theta, I will get 2 cos square theta minus 1. So this formula will further become 2 cos square theta minus 1. Okay, how it is coming you don't have to worry. That is what I told you. Sin square theta, if I write it as 1 minus cos square theta minus 1, minus into minus will become what? Plus. So this will become what? Plus cos square theta plus cos square theta, it will become 2 cos square theta minus 1. Next, if I write cos square theta in terms of sin, 1 minus sin square theta, I will get it as what? 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Another formula that we are having is what? 1 minus 2 sin square theta. All these formulas are important. Okay, cos square theta can be written as what? Cos square theta minus sin square theta, 2 cos square theta minus 1 by 1 minus 2 sin square theta. You have to know this. 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Okay, got it? 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Okay, next tan 2 theta. So what about tan 2 theta? Tan 2 theta means 2 will come outside. See, whenever you are writing the formula for double angle, wherever you are writing the answer, that is double angle formula, here double angle won't come. Here only single angle will come. That you remember. Here double, in the formula you will get what? Single. Here see, everywhere it is single angle only. So here also you will get what? 2 tan theta by what it is? By 1 minus? By 1 minus what is it? Tan square theta. 1 minus tan or 1 plus tan? Pratik, tan 2 theta, what is the formula? 1 minus tan, no? Sure, huh? Okay. This is what? 2 tan theta. Tan 2 theta is what? 2 tan theta by 1 minus tan square theta. Okay, that is the answer. But sometimes you have to know how to write sin 2 theta in terms of tan theta. Sin 2 theta, how to write in terms of tan theta. See, here only you write it. This will also be equal to 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Okay, sin 2 theta in terms of tan, if you want to write it, it is 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Cos 2 theta in terms of tan, if you want to write it, it will be 1 minus tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta. 1 minus tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Understood? 1 minus tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Understood? So if you know double angle, there is one more thing called half angle formula. It is same as the double angle, simply they are given another name, that's all. What is a half angle formula? Okay, first write down this. Okay, before that I will tell you half angle formula. Half angle formula. See here 2 theta is there, it is becoming what, 1 theta 1 theta. That means what, 2 is becoming half here. Okay, it is split into half, that is 2 is becoming what, half means half of 2 is what, 1. So 2 is becoming 1 1. So if I write only sin theta, this is nothing but what, it is in the form of sin 2 theta only. Instead of sin 2 theta we are having what, sin theta. Here I should write the formula as what, 2, 1 is becoming half means it will become half only. So you will write it as what, 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. So see here, understand one thing, if 2 is there it will become 1 1. Okay, here 1 is there, it will become half. Okay, sagam. Okay, half it is becoming. So tarvata, if you are having 4, you will get 2 2. If you are having 6, you will get 3 3. If you are having 3, you will get 1.5 I will write it as what, 3 by 2 like that. So similarly, if you write cos theta, I can write it as what, cos square theta by 2 minus sin square theta by 2. See, same formulas, wherever theta is there you have to write theta by 2, that's all. Here 2 theta means you will write only theta, here theta is there means you will write it as what, theta by 2. Same thing, that is the half angle formula. Okay, that is the half angle formula. Okay. Now this can also be written as what, 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1, or you can also write it as 1 minus 2 sin square theta by 2. And tan theta you can also write it as what, 2 tan theta by 2 by 1 minus tan square theta by 2. Please make a note of both of this. Double angle formula first, then half angle formula. Very important. सर ऐसा दूसरा फार्मूला होता है, कौन सा फार्मूला, अब बताओ मैं बोलूँगा. Written? सुरेश कुमार मेघवार, हाय. Okay, written. Okay. So see here, we got cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1, and we also got cos 2 theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square theta. It is very important to focus on this. Okay, I will tell you why. Written this first. Write down first. See here, I am having cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1. If I send 1 to LHS, what it will become? Plus 1. 1 plus cos 2 theta will become what? 2 cos square theta. Okay. Similarly, if I send 2 cos square theta this side, cos 2 theta that side, 1 minus cos 2 theta will become what? 2 sin square theta. You have to remember this, very important. Okay. Next is, that is what you have to make a note. Write down this first. So next we have to write is, see here, it is given as what? 1 plus cos 2 theta, you will write it as what? 2 cos square theta by 2. 2 cos square, not theta by 2, it is just theta. 2 will become 1. Okay. If it is 1 plus cos 4 theta, what will happen? 4 will become 2. 2 cos 2 theta. Like this. Ardhamainda? 2 is becoming 1, 4 is becoming 2. Like that. If it is 1 minus cos 2 theta, it will become what? 2 sin square theta. Understand? If it is plus, cos. If it is minus, sin. From where it is coming? Double angle formula of cos. Okay. I am writing it separately. 1 minus cos 4 theta, this will become what? 2 sine square 2 theta. Understood? Understood. This is very important to know this, because some places you have to do this substitution to get the answers. To get the answer you have to do this substitution. So you have to know this. Very important. Highly important. Okay. Please make a note of this thing separately. Very important. This is very important. Where? Okay. Square. Okay. Similarly, you can also write 1 plus cos theta can be written as what? 2 cos square theta by 2. 1 plus cos theta can be written as what? 1 is becoming half. 2 cos square theta by 2. 1 minus cos theta can be written as what? 2 sin square theta by 2. Okay, 2 sin square theta by 2. Now, based on this, can I write tan theta is equal to can I write square root of 1 minus cos 2 theta by 1 plus cos 2 theta. Tan theta is equal to square root of 1 minus cos 2 theta by 1 plus cos 2 theta. Why? 1 minus cos 2 theta is what? It is nothing but 2 sin square theta. 1 plus cos 2 theta is what? 2 cos square theta. What will happen? 2 cancels. Square root of sin square is what? Sin theta. Square root of cos square is what? Cos theta. So sin theta by cos theta is what? Tan theta. That is what I wrote. Tan theta can also be written like this. This is also important to know. Okay, understood? Make a note of it. You done, all of you? Next we will learn something called compound angles. Till now what we learned, that is double angles. Compound angle means two different angles will combine. How they can combine? By addition or by subtraction. Okay, by addition or by subtraction. Here also two angles, same angles combined by multiplication, or a into a, or a plus a, it is becoming addition only. A plus a, it is becoming 2a. B plus b, it is becoming 2b. But if it is two different angles, a and b, if they combine by addition or by subtraction, what happens? Okay, that we will see. So that is known as compound angles formula. Okay, compound angles formula you have to know. So compound angles, okay, a plus b. So sine of a plus b, sine of a minus b. Okay, cos of a plus b, cos of a minus b. So to remember this is very important to know. So let us understand. Suppose we consider sine as some person. Sine is some person if you consider. Okay, I will consider, suppose sine theta is a person. Let us see the characteristics of this person. This person is friendly and cooperative. If I take cos theta as a person, చెప్పాను కదా కొంచెం తేడాగా ఉన్నాడని. So cos theta is not friendly, is harsh and is not cooperative, or I can say rude. Okay, so sine, suppose if I say sine to close the door, he will definitely close the door. If I ask him to open the door, he will open the door. Cos em chestadu, if I ask him to open the door, he will close. If I ask him to close the door, he will open. Okay, so he is friendly, this person is not friendly. Sine will combine with anyone. That means sine will combine with cos. But cos you will not combine with sine, you will combine with only cos only. Okay, so sine of a plus b, I can write it as what? Sine a cos b. I told sine to close the door, he will close the door, close. plus will become plus only. Then what it is? Cos A sin B. Next same thing you have to write down, sin A cos B. I asked him to open the door, he opens. So cos A sin B. Now look at this, cos of A plus B, cos of A plus B. Cos of A plus B is what? It will combine only with cos. I told you. First what I should write? Cos A cos B. Then sin will combine with sin only. Cos will combine with cos means sin is left out with nobody. It will combine with sin only. Sin A sin B. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ కూడా అదే cos A cos B sin A sin B. I told him to close the door, but he opened, plus will become minus. I told him to open the door, but he closed, so minus will become plus. Understood? So no need to by heart, you have to remember this. So compound angles of sin and cos, these are you have to remember. Understood? Then we have to know for tan also. Okay, if you look at tan, okay, tan of A plus B, tan of A plus B, what you will do? Tan A plus tan B, you will write it. Okay, tan A plus tan B, you will write it, but divided by, you will write 1 minus, here plus means here it will become minus, 1 minus tan A tan B. Okay, 1 minus tan A tan B, tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. This is one thing. Another thing is, if you are having tan of A minus B, what you will write is tan A, numerator will be what? Plus is numerator also plus. You will write what? Tan A minus tan B. Tan A minus tan B divided by what it will become? Numerator minus means denominator should become plus. 1 by divided by plus 1 plus tan A tan B. Understood? Tan of A plus B is what? Tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. Tan of A minus B is what? Tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. This is one important result. Now see here, if tan A, if angle A is 45 degree, what will happen? What will happen? 1 plus tan B by 1 minus tan B. Okay, here also it will become what? 1 minus tan B by 1 plus tan B. Okay, or if I take it angle B as theta. Okay, so see here, if I write here tan pi by 4 or 45, tan 45 plus theta, it is tan of A plus B. Here it is what? Tan 45 minus theta. So this will become what? Tan 45 plus tan theta. Tan 45 is what? 1 plus what is it? Tan theta divided by 1 minus tan 45 into tan theta. Tan 45 is what? 1 only. So I can write it as what? 1 minus tan theta. Here it will become what? 1 minus tan theta by 1 plus tan theta. Okay, very important to know. You will not be getting like this. You will be getting like this. What is in the RHS? You have to get to this one. Okay, you will be getting the question like this. Okay, in some of the question you may get like this. You have to come back to this. If it is 1 plus tan theta by 1 minus tan theta, what you will write? Tan 45 plus theta. If it is 1 minus tan theta by 1 plus tan theta, what you will write? Tan 45 minus theta. That's all. This is more important than this one. Okay, I wrote this so that you will understand this. This is more important than this one. Understood? Okay, but all of it write down now, please. Understood this one? How it is coming? Dikshita, understood? Sangeeta, Ankita, Skanda, Toshita, Augustine, you both name I don't know. Yashwant, Navdeep, okay. Yashwant and Navdeep. So one more kind of what is it? Results, or I can say angles are there. That is a factorization formula, defactorization formula. That we will do it in the tomorrow's class. Okay. For now we will end it. Okay. Please make a note of it. So one more class is required for trigonometry. After that we will be starting with integration. After that, before integration we will do quadratic equation one class. After that we will be doing integration. Okay, and binomial theorem. That's it. Okay. If any topic is left out, we will be doing it. Clear? Understood all of you this one? Please make a note of it. And whatever I told you the trick regarding the angles, go through it today itself. Then only it will make sense for you. Alright then. Thank you. Let's meet in tomorrow's session. Thank you. You can write down. Online students, those who are watching, thank you.